At KBLA Talk 1580, we aim to foster enlightening, sustainable, restorative dialogue, and we welcome unapologetically progressive viewpoints that empower fellow citizens. We are now accepting submissions for KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorials like this one.
For the KBLA Talk 1580 guest editorial, I'm Martin Gordon, chair of the Pasadena Community Coalition. Recently, I listened to a Tavis Smiley Show conversation with James Farr. James said something that caught me off guard. Black Altadena is gone. My community is being murdered. I said murdered.
All you have to do is go to our website homepage at KBLA1580.com and click on the icon that says KBLA Guest Editorials to learn more about our editorial standards and content submission guidelines. As long as the topic aligns with our mission, we are happy to review your submission and consider it for broadcast. We can't make any promises, but we want to amplify progressive perspectives that are community-focused and solution-oriented. So, go to KBLA1580.com right now to download all the information you need about our guest editorials. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
First things first.
Things first, it's the DU General, Money B. I'ma put you up on the schedule. 6 to 9, 8 weekdays, not 2 and 7. Let's go. We got a lot to talk about, so much to pedal through. Unapologetically progressive. Tune to KBLA 1580 to get the mess. We're your ancestors' favorite radio station. First black on talk radio, left side of the nation. Me and Dominique DiPrima go way back. Tag Smiley making sure the station stays black. Discussing all the issues in our community. We're hosted black and brown and others find unity. So let's talk about it. Maybe we can improve it. Digital underground, always down with the move. So we tune in. The first things first with the queen of Black Talk Radio, Dominique DiPrima. Go sis.
First things first.
Talk 1580. Good morning. Good morning and God bless. I'm Dominique DiPrima. The show is called First Things First, and my very first thing today and every day, giving thanks, giving praises, and asking for blessings from God, asking for the blessings of the ancestors and the elders. And let's go. We got a lot to do as usual. We got a lot to talk about. So much to cover and uncover. So the way we do things on a Talking Point Tuesday, hour one, we look local, what's going on the left coast, the Pacific Ocean side of town. Hour two, we go national, international, and beyond. And in the third hour, we do a deep dive with a hot topic, person of interest, etc., etc. We're doing all of that today. Really excited that we are going to be joined hour two by Dr. Gerald Horn, because there's so many national issues and international challenges right now that could use some genius unpacking and understanding. And so looking forward to hearing from him. Right now it's me, you, and this microphone, telephone at 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. And there are so many talking points. It's like we're living in talking point land at the moment. And one of those, of course, is, on the national landscape. So we'll talk a little bit more about it with Dr. Horn. But here's the thing. When the troops hit L.A., when the National Guard hit L.A., the Marines, ICE, and Homeland Security and the FBI, everybody, make no mistake, some of them are still here. But when they were here in mass, our Mayor Karen Bass, said they're using Los Angeles as a test case. And it's the same thing the governor agreed. They're using us as a test case so that they can impose authoritarian rule, take over local authority, and practice making up fake emergencies to seize control from local governance, from elected leaders at the city, county, state level. And I think that was right, although I don't know that they were expecting the level of pushback they got from Los Angeles, from the mayor, from the city council, everyday citizens, corporate America, people blocking ICE cars, people surrounding the federal agents, demanding that they uncover their faces, and calling them out on social media, as well as in spaces with elected officials. Now, test case number 2, Washington, D.C. And I don't think it's lost on anyone that the cities he chooses to pick on are led by black mayors. I don't think anyone's shocked at that. Have sizable black populations and are symbolically important. California is the 4th largest economy in the world. It is the cash cow for politicians, both Republican, Democrat, and everybody in between. Washington, D.C. is the seat of power and should be the 51st state. So interesting to see that Mayor Bowser sort of pushed back, but mostly acquiesced. She's in D.C. I mean, I guess that makes it more immediate. The feeling of fascism, authoritarianism, the takeover of our country, it's got to feel more immediate if you're right there. And she has said, well, more or less, I don't think they have the authority to do this, but the executive order gives them the authority to do this, so we're going along with it. We're cooperating. You could say she didn't have a choice, but we always have a choice. And fearless is the way forward right now. So, will New York be next? Will Chicago be next? New York does have a reportedly black mayor, as does Chicago. I would expect them to be first because their mayor is a little bit more progressive, or what they would call woke. But I think part of the challenge for us is not to accept it, not to allow this to be normalized, to keep saying, no, that's not normal. And also, he's lying. There is no emergency. Violent crime in Washington, D.C. is down 26% over last year. 26%. That's a huge drop in crime. And it's down in almost every category. Nationally, crime is down like 4.2%, I think, according to MSNBC. Violent crime in D.C. down 26%. So how is this an emergency? He says it's out of control. He thinks, and this may be true, that because of having a black mayor, there's a perception that things are out of control. Because of having a large black population, it's easy to say, this is a problem city. This is a problem area. And that people will just buy into it. And so our job as courageous, fearless folks who pledge every day not to black down, not to be afraid, to stay woke, doggone it, to stay woke, not just woke, but courageous, and to spread that courage around. Our job is to say, nope, there is no crisis. You're lying, number one. And number two, it is not normal for the federal government to come in and take over local police departments. And why do you want to do that? What's in it for you? There's always something in it. And so, I mean, I think that's our job, and I think we do it well. I'm just reminding us we have to say it, and we have to repeat it, and we cannot whimper off. 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. That's the number. If you want to say something, you can also hop in the comments in the YouTube conversation. Selena Rick's in there. Good morning, Selena. E.C. Courtney, Molly Bell, Jacqueline Anderson, Paul Lee, all the folks up early in this YouTube chat at KBLA 1580. Selena Rick's pointing out that D.C. is in the streets protesting, and also says a blind person can see what is going on. So, yeah, we're not going to say LA's next. We were first, but that doesn't mean it's okay, and it doesn't mean it's a good idea for us to just, well, not our problem. Well, a little good news for your morning. How about some good news for your morning? Remember Deputy Trevor Kirk, the guy that threw the lady down at the Winco supermarket in Lancaster back in 2023, punched her. He was found guilty of a felony, was facing up to 10 years in prison. And then former Assemblyman Bill Aisley, acting as a federal prosecutor on behalf of Donald Trump, pressured the judge to give Trevor Kirk the plea deal that he had rejected before the trial. So a post-conviction plea deal, which is unheard of, crazy, insane. Why would anyone take a plea if they know they can get the same deal after they lose? But that's what they did. And then U.S. Attorney Bill Aisley and his team took it a step further and said the Trump administration wants the conviction overturned. Not only is he going to do time served, and basically they downgraded to a misdemeanor so he can go back to work as a cop. They already had that, but they wanted it to be completely overturned so he could walk away whistling Dixie and pretending he never beat the crap out of a senior citizen black woman with his Gilded Age mustache and his smug look on his face. But the federal judge said no. Nope, not overturning it. Not going to happen. That is great news. It is, round of applause for U.S. District Judge Stephen V. Wilson. He said that the government's plan to reverse that conviction was, quote, contrary to the public interest. Understatement of the year. So I guess that's the end. That's it. The sad thing is, the guy gets away with abusing a senior citizen. And one of the very rare moments when a deputy, in this case a deputy sheriff, but any law enforcement is held accountable, rare case of a conviction, the Trump administration steps in and gives him the post-conviction plea deal, setting a template for what they're going to go around the country and try to do, just like, they're trying to do with Derek Chauvin and whoever else. That's what they're going to do. But at least the judge said, nah, it's not going away. The judge said there's no new evidence, no change in circumstances of the case. In other words, what's changed since the jury found this dude guilty? Nothing. If the government, I'm quoting, truly thought the defendant's conviction was not supported by adequate evidence, it could have moved to dismiss the entire case back in May. It did not do so. Since then, nothing has changed. The government did not uncover any new evidence, nor did it develop any new reasons to disagree with the jury's verdict. Thank you, Your Honor. Shout out to Attorney Kerry Harper, who tried to stop this little shenanigan, this little ploy of unaccountability, and filed a motion even though she didn't have to, because she had already won a sizable settlement for her client. And that was the good news. She tried to stop this. The court said no. And then they went a step further. And a judge at least stopped the Trump administration from spiking the ball by completely overturning the conviction. Perfect time to call me, 800-920-1580, 800-920-1580. Oh, boy. Yeah. Like I said, they're still around. They are still around. Federal agents held a kid at gunpoint. Tell you about that when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
She's reclaiming her time on KBLA Talk 1580. More First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
Ron had a tax problem he just couldn't handle on his own.
I owed the IRS taxes for over 5 years, but I didn't have any money to pay the taxes.
Those years cost him dearly.
Most of it was fees and interest. It was horrible.
Ron finally called in the pros.
I called Optima Tax Relief, and boy, am I happy I did.
The leading tax resolution firm, Optima, is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. They've resolved over $1 billion for their clients. Ron was overjoyed.
They settled my account with IRS. I was ecstatic. They are a lifesaver. They are. I am so happy.
Take Ron's advice and call Optima now for a free consultation.
Yeah, don't do like I did and wait. Call Optima Tax Relief. Do it now. You'll be ecstatic like me.
Call 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077. 800-919-9077.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the voice of reason, encouraging you to join me weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m. for the world's most intriguing relationship radio roundtable. Every night, I facilitate and encourage our loyal listeners to participate in the most engaging relationship discussions you'll hear anywhere. So make it a point to rendezvous with me, Zoe Williams, the voice of reason, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Trust me, your relationships will never be the same. The VOR is on fire tonight.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
Some things can steal your sunshine.
Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
There's one question every couple needs to answer. What if something happens to us? Kids, a house, a life you've built, but no estate plan? That's a risk you don't want to take. With Trust and Will, it's fast, secure, and easy to protect what matters most. Start your plan today at trustandwill.com. Use code RADIO to save 20%. Check it off your list. One less thing to worry about. Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. See website for details.
Trust and Will. Your ancestors' favorite radio station, and your favorite morning show host. Let's get back to Dominique DiPrima right now.
Right now, we're back to me. We're back to you. 800-920-1580. 800-920-1580. So apparently, 15-year-old child with disabilities was detained by federal agents. This child was held at gunpoint, according to the LA Times, out near Arleta High School, which is where he was. And they said that the family members had to step in and try to, separate the child from the federal agents. The agents did release the child. The principal had to come out and talk to the agents. They say they left some bullets behind on the sidewalk, which was a quote-unquote accident. Those bullets were collected by school police, who also don't need to be there, by the way. Detaining a kid at gunpoint outside a public school is crazy work. That's what the school board member, Kelly Gomez, said. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. And, Homeland Security not talking. The mayor and the school superintendent, Carvalho, Mayor Bass, say they have created safe zones around campuses before and after school to protect vulnerable students. I don't know what that means. How are you safe from masked federal agents? Okay, this is a safe zone. And if Homeland Security, if the FBI comes in, you're going to do what? Don't cross this line. You're going to be in detention. Like, that sounds like a good idea in theory and some bull in real life. I'm just saying. They're going to deploy central and regional staff across the school system to create safe zones. So you're going to have people with rulers taking on agents with guns. Make it make sense. And school police are also going to patrol. LOL, what are they going to do? They can harass the children while the federal agents hold them at gunpoint? It sounds pretty treacherous to me. Yeah, that's a no for me. I think the teachers union may be on to something. Students who, but see, I was going to say students who don't have documents maybe should be on Zoom. But really, since they're racially profiling kids, it doesn't matter. Any Latino student and many black students could just be detained just because any student with an accent. Yeah. We're praying for you, D.C. We really, really are. Let's go to Dwight calling from the city of Compton. Hi, Dwight.
Good morning, Hotep. Peace to everyone in the KBLA family and all the hardworking post workers out there. Dominique, I agree with you so much. Trump calling out the federal troops to watch D.C. about 4 years and 8 months too late. What about when they were attacking the Capitol? When he was attacking the Capitol, he sat in his office for 3 hours watching Fox News while they attacked the Capitol, attacked the Washington, D.C. police. Dominique, these Republicans are so hypocritical and phony and corrupt. I mean, everything that they're doing now by having troops in black cities that are controlled by Democrats, I don't see anything about any Republican cities being federalized. You know, the CDC Disease Control Center was shot up 180 times the other day, and ain't nobody said nothing. And Kennedy went fishing the next day, taking pictures of him fishing. So they said Republican cities have just as many gunshot victims or more than Democratic cities, but they don't say nothing about it. They don't have anything on the news because the news is controlled by the same people that are the racist Republicans that are controlling the sending troops to our cities right now. I just ask everybody, please go to vote.gov and vote. I know if you don't want to be a Democrat right now because you're still upset about us losing the election, be independent, but vote. At least give some to the next generation because the people in front of us gave their lives, marched, protested, got put in jail, beaten, dogs, water hoses, just so we could have the right to vote. So please at least register to vote and vote in every election and call your congressman in between the elections. Tell them if something's not right where you at. You want something changed or you unhappy with something. Go to SupremeCourt.gov and tell them you mad at them for giving Trump immunity for attacking the Capitol and delaying and giving him immunity.
That's the ultimate irony, right? You say that you got to take over D.C. because it's not safe, but you didn't find it unsafe when they were trying to hang your vice president. Yeah. Forget the Dems. They were trying to hang your vice president. Like, hello.
Yeah.
And attacking cops. Yeah. Well said, Dwight.
It's so hypocritical. Thank you, Dominique, for all you're doing. Keep spreading the truth. And everybody out there, just do your part. Whatever you can do your little part, and it'll make a difference. Thank you, Dominique. Yep. And I love KBLA.
We love you back. Yeah, let's go to Fahima calling us from Washington, D.C. Are you under arrest, Fahima? Are you being held by Homeland Security?
Not quite yet. The Barry County and Cape Pasa, Dominique. So I just want to make 3 quick points, 2 of which I shared with you. One, this is about what happened last year with a guy named Mike Gill, who was carjacked and died last year in the District of Columbia. And Trump really this is in retaliation to that. There may be some other things involved, but this is in retaliation to that. The whole thing with Doge was orchestrated so that he could move forward with this. The other thing is that, Bowser has little recourse, unlike California that filed the lawsuit and they subsequently, are slowly removing the Marines. Because of the way the district is structured and the home rule law, she has to comply due to federal oversight. However, Van Hollen and Eleanor Holmes Norton is going to introduce a bill that will attempt to give the district back its own ability to govern itself. I doubt because of, the composition of the House of Representatives if it's going to pass. Mm-hmm. But, those people who were saying that they didn't care what was happening in California because they're just arresting people that aren't like us, it's coming to a city near you. Chicago will likely be next because he's, in a face-off with the mayor of Chicago. And, Eric Adams, is in Trump's back pocket. Some people call Eric Adams Trump's you-know-what, even though he's endorsing Mario Cuomo. But it's going to happen in other black cities, and those people who really didn't care that what was going on in California because the people didn't look like us, is coming to a city near them. And that's all I had to share for today. And happy 52 birthday of hip hop. Born and raised and birthed in New York City.
All right, with your gangbanging. I don't recognize that. I recognize hip hop as a long-term art form, and but enjoy your celebration. I know Miles is enjoying his. I
did agree with you yesterday about the when you were talking about graffiti being an art form with the system, because one person's trash is another person's treasure, and graffiti is a form of expression and is an art form.
Yep.
And so,
and the same piece that you were talking smack about on a wall, you'll pay thousands of dollars from some white person selling it to you in a gallery. So that is where I rest my case. Fahima, thanks for calling. Fahima called 800-920-1580. I invite you to do the same. KBLA Talk 1580.
More of First Things First with Dominique DiPrima when we come forward.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. August is National Immunization Awareness Month, and doctors are urging parents to get kids vaccinated before school starts.
They help to protect against diseases that have the potential to cause really serious illness, hospitalizations.
That's Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Kimberly Giuliano. She says vaccines are safe and protect not just your child, but others who can't be vaccinated due to health issues. Black women who carry some of the highest student loan debt are hit hard by recent repayment changes. The Education Department is suggesting making extra payments, targeting high-interest loans, and using auto debit to lower rates to stay ahead. And Sean Diddy Combs' legal team is urging leniency by highlighting his potential as a domestic violence advocate despite his Mann Act convictions and past abuse allegations. His legal team is pushing for a sentence of 21 to 27 months. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Buy more, save more at Scandinavian Designs Furniture. For a limited time, save $200 instantly for every $800 you spend in store. Complete your look for less or splurge on something you love. Stop by your local showroom today or shop online at ScandinavianDesigns.com.
Ignite your afternoons at Waba Grill's $5 happy hour with our 5-piece pork veggie dumplings and a value-sized premium one beverage drink, like our tangy passion fruit lemonade. Enjoy $5 happy hour weekdays after 3 p.m. Only at Waba Grill.
Is this the takeover? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
The Angels opened their 3-game series against the Dodgers Monday night with a 7-4 win in Anaheim. The Angels are 4-0 against the Dodgers this season. things are not going well for the Dodgers. Their 12-19 slump since July 4th is starting to catch up to them. Monday night's loss dropped the Dodgers' lead over San Diego to 1 game in the NL West Division. On July 2nd, San Diego was 8.5 games behind the Dodgers. Rams head coach Sean McVay is not sure when quarterback Matthew Stafford will be able to practice with the team. McVay also is not sure if Stafford will be ready for the Rams season opener September 7th against Houston. It appears the alarm has finally sounded at Rams headquarters about Stafford's health. The 37-year-old Stafford has been diagnosed with an aggravated disc in his lower back. Stafford was supposed to make his practice debut on Monday but did not feel right. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
Sisters are doing it for themselves.
Join the Black Hollywood Education and Resource Center for its 32nd annual Sisters Are Doing It For Themselves Short Film Festival, featuring 22 powerful short films by emerging Black women directors. See their visions, hear their voices. Saturday, August 16th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Writers Guild Theater, 135 South Doheny Drive in Beverly Hills. For more information, call BHERC at 323-957-4656 or email BHERC@bherc.org. Tickets may be purchased at eventbrite.com or at the door.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. The Los Angeles Regional Food Bank is on a mission to fight hunger and provide nutritious food to those in need across our community. They partner with federal, state, and local programs advocating for better policies and funding for critical hunger relief programs like Cal Fresh, the Emergency Food Assistance Program, and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The food bank works with coalitions and local representatives to make sure hunger is addressed in every district of LA County. They also run nutrition education campaigns, raise hunger awareness, and source nutritious food for distribution, all while supporting regulations that allow food pantries to operate safely. Want to help? Visit lafoodbank.org or call 323-234-3030 to volunteer or find a food bank near you. Together, we can ensure that no one goes hungry in Los Angeles County. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, it's Matt, your leaf filter trusted pro. Gutters are an often neglected part of the home. They're also one of the most important. Clogged, overflowing gutters can cause serious problems like foundation damage or basement flooding, which can cost thousands of dollars to fix. Let's face it, cleaning gutters yourself is not only a hassle, it can be dangerous. But when you get Leaf Filter, you'll never have to worry about cleaning clogged gutters again. Get started today by visiting leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free inspection. If you decide to move forward, we'll professionally clean, realign, and seal your gutters before installing our patented stainless steel micro mesh system. Leaf Filter keeps out everything but the water. And it's backed by a lifetime transferable no clogs warranty. So you're protected for good. We're in your neighborhood and ready to help. Visit Leaf Filter today for a free inspection and estimate, and you could save up to 30%. Visit leaffilter.com/deal. That's leaffilter.com/deal.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at EnduranceWarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-290-6207. 800-290-6207. Again, that's 800-290-6207.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from Nitsa and the Ad Council.
Thanks for waking up with Dominique DiPrima on KBLA Talk 1580.
I do appreciate you. 800-920-1580. That's the number if you want to say something. That's the number that Dwight called. And you can do the same. 800-920-1580. That's the number Fahima called as well. So, yeah, this is... I know y'all are celebrating the anniversary, do you? That's fine. I don't agree with it because I don't think that we've established that that's the one and only place that hip-hop was born. I know I'm not, it's not an unpopular opinion, but I don't think that hip-hop historians have all the information necessarily. Just don't know. We know it depends what you consider the beginning of hip-hop, I guess. Some people say the last poets. Some people say Gil Scott-Heron. Some folks take it back to the griots of Africa. We're not going to relitigate that, just for those who missed the conversation on yesterday. Final hour of the show today, speaking of hip-hop, we'll be talking about Diddy, his... they're keeping him in jail, and it looks like Trump's not going to pardon him. Your favorite person to agree and disagree with will be back. Jay French will be back in studio with us, so that should be a nice, robust, spirited conversation. Terry says, I was at Home Depot to fix my window blinds. Jackie, I'm black, but some people think I'm Mexican because I can speak Spanish. And he was talking about, Jacqueline said you went to Home Depot and made sure to look all around and make sure there were no big moving trucks to do a Trojan horse situation. Even I was uneasy, so scary. We know that, like you said, Fahima, I mean, co-signing what I said, we're just in a different time. And we have to push back. That's not normal. It's not okay to have to go to Home Depot and look around. It's not okay for them to be for federal agents to be detaining any child at gunpoint near a school. And that terrorizes all children. Trust and believe. Black children who are not immigrants are also freaked out by this. Federal agents, masked men with guns, snatching people up. That will scare any child. And I was reading a little more to follow up on what I was saying earlier. They're talking about these safe zones around schools, but local police, this is what I just read in the LA Times, local police are not legally allowed to stop or interfere with federal law enforcement actions. So how is that a safe zone? You're going to stand there? They say they're going to let parents know what's going on. Let them know if there's agents in the area so they can what? Stay in school forever? Make a run for the border? Like, what are we talking about here? This says it will trigger a communication chain to alert nearby campuses of raids so schools can be locked down. Sounds like we're at war with our own government, and that's the part that fires me up. How are you spending my tax dollars to terrorize the children in our local school district? That makes no sense at all. Let's go to Teresa calling us from LA. Good morning, Queen. Appreciate the call. Welcome.
Good morning, Dominique. I just want to say this, and I'm going to hang up and hear your response. Why are we and the powers that be pretending that Trump won because people did not vote for him? When he told us Elon helped him, and Elon told us he helped him too. What is that about?
Well, I guess people want evidence.
Elon helped him, and Elon told us he helped him too. What is that about?
Teresa, did you hang up already? You said you were going to hang up. Yeah, she hung up. I mean, I think that I think that a lot of people think he cheated, just like a lot of people do not believe those assassination attempts. Yeah, I'm saying the quiet part out loud. But the thing about it is, well, I'll speak for myself because I don't know. I think some people don't want to say it for whatever their reasons are. I like to have evidence. You're right. Elon Musk said Trump wouldn't have won without him. It's a hint. Trump said he didn't need any more votes. First he said you never have to vote again. Then he said he doesn't need it. We got plenty of votes. You don't need any more votes. And then after that, he pointed out what a great job Elon Musk did in Pennsylvania. Yes, you could say where there's smoke, there's fire. It sounds like they cheated. It also looks like they cheated. He won everywhere, including every single swing state, districts that Republicans never win. It's mighty suspicious. Suspect is the word, not suspicious. I'm suspicious because it's suspect. But the point is, we need evidence. I believe we'll get it, but we don't have it yet. At least I don't. And being fact-based and evidence-based, we can say it looks like, it sure seems like. And I do say that, and I will keep saying it because I think a lot of folks are afraid to say it. They don't want to sound like Trump. Oh, the election was rigged, wah, 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 for 4 years. Nobody wants to sound like that with no evidence. But I will say it appears very fishy. And I think the truth will come out. Problem is, it'll probably come out 10, 20 years from now, around the same time the Epstein files come out. Let's go to Chanel calling us from L.A. Good morning.
Hi, good morning. You're doing a great job over there, Dominique. We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, I just wanted to say, like, my girlfriend texted me and said, we all know Kamala won the vote. But I was calling in. Yeah, I was calling in regard to my house burnt down in the Altadena fire. I lost my house.
Oh,
I'm trying not to lose. I'm trying not to lose my business. We have very few businesses here, Black-owned in Pasadena, probably less than a handful, and I'm really being caring right now. And they have my business blocked off. I can't get in it, and I paid July rent. And they blocked it off the first week of July and just denied me any type of access to do business. And I'm trying to find someone that can help me do an injunction or something that can get this removed off. I took them to court yesterday for a restraining order to ask the judge to have them to, not block my business and to remove that. And they put signs up saying this business is permanently closed all around it. And
wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, intimidation. So we're putting out a call to action, and we really would like to get some supporters to come out. If anyone, I can leave my number if anybody would like to try to come and help us. We're really desperate at this point. It's so just incredibly. I can't believe we're in America and people. Well, I can't believe, I guess, that we're going through this right now. We put a sign up they issued out signs to a couple of other Caucasian vendors that said, by your supporting this booth, you will be helping the family to rebuild. They never gave me one. I went around and saw it, and I didn't think anything of it, but I made a copy and put it in my booth, and I came back, and they removed the sign.
Wow, that's crazy. So you paid your rent for that spot, and they blocked you for the month of July. It seems like you should be able to get your money back if you weren't able to do business, but you paid the rent. Have you talked with any tenants' rights folks or anyone like, legal aid or anybody like that? I'm trying to think of somebody that's an expert in that area, and no one's coming to mind right off the bat, but I would think like tenants' rights, legal aid. What about the county supervisor's office?
I went to the mayor's office and everything in Pasadena. The chief of police, they're supposed to be calling me back, the chief of police. But right now we're looking at trying to bring a couple of friends want to have picket signs. If I could leave my number with the station for anyone that could come out in solidarity and show support, it would really help my family.
Yeah, stay on the line. We'll definitely take your number. I'm just trying to think of other things that might help you. Have you tried neighborhood servants or the NAACP there, the Pasadena NAACP? They seem like they're doing really good work. Just in connecting you with someone who could help you, either a lawyer or some kind of organization.
Well, we're trying a lot of different avenues and trying to reach out to people, but I think the strongest thing is going to be to show that we people of color can stick together and come together, and support. And even if we have to have a sign that says "Stop the harassment," stop the the discrimination and that's going on. This is real time happening to me. I can't get in. I can't make a dime in my business, and it's all fabricated reasons that she's saying that this can't. That it's unfounded that she's saying what I'm doing or whatever, and I'm not. And it's just she's breaking the contract. It's just some boldness that's going on. It's really crazy. I can't even believe it's happening. And my son is being devastated every day. They've been sabotaging our booth, blocking our entryway, and they take 10% of our earnings. So I don't know why they would be doing that. I went to get my check, and she said, the cashier said, "You can't have your check."
That's
They
crazy.
take 10%.
That's crazy, Chanel. Okay, well, look, stay on the line. Miles will get your number, and we'll keep it for anyone who has the ability to come out and support you. And I hope you'll call us and keep us updated in what's happening with you, because that sounds insane. It's, bad enough to lose your home. Now you got to fight for your business. I appreciate the call, and I'm prayerful that, things will turn around for you. Chanel called me at 800-920-1580. You're invited to do the same. You're invited to tap in on YouTube at KBLA 1580. This is where you can come to air it out. This is where the microphones are open. It's dialogue, not monologue. Unapologetically outspoken, unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580.
A safe place to go loud. A great place for progressive politics. KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Founded in Los Angeles in 1986, litigation powerhouse Quinn Emanuel has deep roots in the Los Angeles community. Since 2007, we have litigated some of the largest fires on the West Coast. We are proud to be the only AmLaw 100 firm in the country to represent wildfire victims, giving affected individuals, families, and businesses the same focus and individualized attention we devote to our Fortune 500 clients. BTI Consulting has repeatedly recognized Quinn Emanuel as among the 4 law firms in-house counsel least like to oppose in any litigation, and we are often deemed the most feared. And after securing over $80 billion for our clients in various matters firm-wide, we understand why. If you have been affected by the recent wildfires in Altadena and the Palisades and would like to discuss your situation further, please contact wildfire support at QuinnEmanuel.com or call us at 213-443-3050. Quinn Emanuel is proud to sponsor Conversation Live Altadena Rising with James Farr on KBLA Talk 1580.
Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee future outcomes.
Become a U.S. citizen with the help of the Los Angeles Public Library. Get free and confidential information on immigration and citizenship. Visit lapl.org/NAI to find your nearest library or call us at 213-228-7390. That's lapl.org/NAI or 213-228-7390 and start your path to becoming a U.S. citizen with the help of the Los Angeles Public Library. Call 213-228-7390 or visit lapl.org/NAI.
The California Crusader newspaper would like to thank all of our subscribers for their support throughout the years, proudly serving the South Los Angeles and South Bay areas for more than 40 years. The California Crusader is a multicultural, black-owned, adjudicated newspaper that focuses on providing newsworthy information to the people in our community. We're constantly looking for ways to assist businesses in our community to connect with our subscribers. We provide low-cost, effective ways to promote your business with our reasonable and affordable advertising rates. You can participate by suggesting, sharing, and submitting your stories on the California Crusader newspaper Community Share Facebook group page, or visit our website at cal-cruise-news.com. That's calcruisenews.com. Then click on the Submit Now button located on the top right corner of the homepage, or text CCN to 42828. Again, text CCN to 42828. The California Crusader newspaper, working together to build a better community for our future. Subscribe today.
At KBLA Talk 1580, we do more than just talk.
You got a big mouth. Hello, Joe, you're up. Welcome.
We're unapologetically progressive, and we don't black down.
We don't black down, and we encourage you not to black down either. 800-920-1580. Forensic Accountant says renting a commercial space is risky in itself. most of us can't afford to buy them. But I know what you're saying, because that rent can go up, it can go down, you can be relocated. But we're talking Altadena here, where people have been through enough already. He goes on to say, my grandfather was forced to relocate his business at 90 behind his landlord. Piper Rogers says, I'm not a Trump fan, but I'm not a Biden-Harris fan either. What Trump and ICE are doing, I agree with it. Interesting. What part about it do you agree? You agree with masked anonymous law enforcement profiling people and snatching them off the street without warrant, probable cause, or due process? Or is it just the harassing, holding children at gunpoint part that you like? Or could it be just the racially profiling of Mexicans in particular? Or is it the fact that they're spending literally billions of dollars that could be spent on student loan forgiveness or food assistance to hire unqualified persons and give them $50,000 bonuses to walk around with masks on? Or that they're giving student loan forgiveness to said ICE agents, but not you or your mama or your grandmama? All that is good for you? Okay, well, then you got what you voted for. And at least you're happy. At least you're not one of the FAFO folks. You're like, yes, I wanted people to have no civil rights. I wanted children to be harassed and terrorized. I wanted to I wanted to spend all of our money on masked men and women and not feeding children, fixing roads, forgiving student loans. That's what I wanted. That's what I voted for. That's what I got. Yes. I prefer that to the ones that are like, woo-hoo, boo-hoo-hoo. I never thought it would be like this. You didn't read Project 2025? You didn't listen what was coming out the man's mouth? There's no mystery here. The only thing is they're doing it more blatantly, more aggressively, more rudely than they probably stated that they would and that they should, because it's going to be, the overreach is real, and it's going to end up costing them. It will. Jerry Anderson says, Chanel, you should call your council person and or the local business association or chamber of commerce. That's a good idea. The chamber. She's in Altadena. They don't have a city council. They have an advisory council that has no power. She went to the mayor of Pasadena, which is a neighboring city. That's why I suggested Catherine Barger. LA County Board of Supervisors is actually over Altadena, but all of the above wouldn't be bad. Sherrod says Paul says we haven't talked about back to school week. Actually, we did. We talked about it quite a bit with Lamika, who's a mother of 3 and homeschools. But I guess you missed us that day. But hey, you're welcome to call me now. It is back to school. The kiddos are already back, unless they're going to a private school. It's 800-920-1580. Yours start this week, he said Wednesday and Thursday, but many started last week. And the so-called independent or private schools mostly still start after Labor Day. But the kiddos are mostly in school. That's why the ICE agents were able to go and harass that child. That's why they were able to go and hold that child at gunpoint, because they were at school. And the so-called safe zones around the schools that are going to be enforced by crossing guards? I'm not sure. School police do not have the right to interfere. So I guess they'll just be telling each other. I think Willie Frazier says prayers up for the kids going to school. This time of year makes me nervous in the gun capital of the world. Yeah. It makes me nervous too, because I feel that our children have been through enough with COVID, and now having masked men and women running around threatening their peers is very stressful. Very stressful. You might separate humans and say that person's a migrant, that person's not. Most children don't. They're just like, that's my friend. My friend has got snatched up. My friend can't come to school because they're scared that they'll get snatched up. My friend's mommy or daddy got snatched up and now no one was there to pick them up from school. That's a lot of stress on these babies. And I honestly do not believe that we have done much of anything to help the kids recover from the COVID crisis. I really don't. I think it's mostly a bunch of lip service. So, yeah. we pray for the babies. And if you have the ability to be a mentor and get anything that would help them, let's do so. A former LA cop with a prior criminal case is supposedly is now being accused of being part of a home invasion and kidnapping for ransom. I'm not making this up. And this is actually coming out of our MAGA DA's office. Name is Eric Halem from Porter Ranch. He supposedly went into a Koreatown apartment with another man around the holidays last year, handcuffing the victims, transferring funds from their cryptocurrency account, and taking the cash and jewelry before running. So much for crypto being safe, Miles. Give me that money. Transfer that money or I'll shoot you.
That's armed robbery, though. That's different.
Well, it's a home invasion because they were at their house.
That's what I mean. That's robbery. You robbed somebody's crypto. You didn't, steal it out their wallet. You mugged them.
Well, yeah, but still, same effect. They don't have it no more. Anyway, one of these 4 suspects was a cop. LAPD. He was in a luxury car insurance fraud scam earlier in the year with a Bentley convertible. Now he's stealing people's crypto. It's a jungle out there. Look, I want to remind you it's not too late to vote. If you want to help name Thursday, go to my Instagram, DiPrima Radio. There's a list of all this. Also on Twitter, DiPrima Radio. There's a list of all the titles under consideration, or you can do a write-in of your own. But please just vote for one. Vote in the comments. Vote for one. Don't give me a list. Just vote for one. Me and Miles are tallying up those votes. The top 2 vote getters will be in a poll, toe-to-toe, on YouTube and Instagram on Thursday. We're naming Thursday on Thursday, okay? So you got today and tomorrow to vote to nominate our 2 finalists. And you know what's happening? More and more people are just writing more and more suggestions.
And they'll get ignored.
You're going to ignore them? You're ignoring the write-ins?
What? Come on. What?
Yes. Look, it's highly unlikely that a write-in would have enough votes.
Right.
But what if it does?
Okay. All right. Okay, I get one person, one vote.
You're going to be a hell of a strict dad. I can see that. Yeah, one person, one vote. You can't vote over and over again. And only vote for one. This is not ranked choice. This is not the future USA. It's the current USA.
Right.
There's ranked choice in a few places. It's a current LA. No ranked choice. Just vote for one. We're going to name Thursday. Thank you, Kwamel. Dr. Gerald Horn is joining us next. Oh, happy day. Looking forward to hearing his take on so many things when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. August is National Immunization Awareness Month, and doctors are urging parents to get kids vaccinated before school starts.
They help to protect against diseases that have the potential to cause really serious illness, hospitalizations.
That's Cleveland Clinic's Dr. Kimberly Giuliano. She says vaccines are safe and protect not just your child, but others who can't be vaccinated